you haven't started doing all cold showers, you're missing out. Gotta get ahead of the game. Alright, Dan, what are we talking about today?
Well, why don't we just start with the classic comment on YouTube. You know, we commented on our comments yesterday or 2 days ago how sometimes they don't really mean much to us, but some pull at the heartstrings. I like this one. You ready? Great vid. I wish I could drink beer in moderation, but unfortunately one drink usually leads me to either being naked in public or heading downtown to local crack dealer for some fine smoke to make me broke. I haven't really drank in years, and I've been in recovery for a total of 6 years, with some relapses. I really wish I could find the lifestyle you guys have. You must have someone helping you. Have you ever really shared your income? Do you dare reveal that? Come on, be honest, LOL. Great comment.
Yeah, this opens up a lot of cans that we can talk about. First of all, I want to know, Dan, when's the last time you've been drunk? So we're going to introduce you to our host, Carla, who's making breakfast right now, and I figured you guys might be curious to know what she's eating. Seems like she knows what she's talking about when it comes to health.
Once again, it's the recurring theme of us being passengers and us believing the most dangerous thing any regular human does within our age range is driving. Once you get older, I guess the risk of like heart attacks and cancers get a lot higher, but I think the #1 killer of people our age is car accidents. So when I drive with someone that's not driving in the safest manner, I usually call them out on it, or I try to suggest certain things that would increase my safety in the present moment and their safety in the future and the safety of others around them. And two of the biggest tips that I would think that could potentially save her life, my life, your life, anybody's life would be, well, that would be a very subjective thing.
Yeah, well, in your opinion?
Last time I've been drunk?
Yeah.
What I would call drunk, probably, I can't remember.
Alright, that's a good enough answer for me. And I am probably the same way, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, drinking, we've said this a couple times, but it's a thing that we kind of practice in moderation.
And it's not for everybody, we don't believe that. We've seen it firsthand with our dad, actually.
So if you end up at the crack dealer until you're broke with a smoke because you had one drink, then I would highly recommend not drinking even one.
Alright, you might want to talk a little louder. Secondly, I read a comment, do you read these comments on YouTube? Yes, we do read the comments. The comments are very entertaining for us. And sometimes they are fun to read. And the praise...
I'm not sure we're reading them all, but...
oh no, we're not reading them all.
We make an effort sometimes.
Yeah, so it's good to hear what you guys have to say about our videos. Appreciate it. Hey, Carla.
Hey, morning. So I'm just eating a bit of oatmeal, and I put some frozen berries in it so that my frozen berries will thaw out. A little bit of agave syrup to sweeten it up a little bit, and then I have some sliced peaches, raisins.
Let me see that. It looks pretty nice.
Ground flaxseed, and a little bit of chopped almonds.
Sweet. How long have you been eating like that?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a couple of years, I suppose.
All right.
Yeah.
I say, eat the cookie, run the mile.
Example, it's easier to give an example than explain this. If you're going 50 miles per hour, then you would be 5 car lengths behind the car ahead of you. If you're going 100 miles per hour, then you would don't go 100 miles per hour, first of all, but if you are, make sure you're at least 10 car lengths behind the person in front of you. 10 miles per hour, 1 car length. I think you understand that example. That would be probably one of the #1 things I notice for drivers as a whole. And I just want people to realize that, you know, those really weird, crazy people that you meet sometimes, like the grocery store, you're like, is that person for real? Like, does that person actually exist? Not only do they exist, they most likely drive a car too. So make sure you're aware that there's people on the road like that, most likely not next to you. And that's something to be, it's not only about how you drive, but it's also being aware of how others drive. And really, to increase your awareness to the full capacity, I would think that it would be wise to not be using any cellular devices or iPods or anything like that while driving. If you're going to use a GPS, I would say a hands-free set would be the best bet, where it's maybe in your window, where you're not like fiddling with it. And I think those few tips could really increase the safety of a lot of people. So if you want to share this video or share your ideas of other things you could do, and obviously never drink and drive. I mean, the legal limit's, I think, 0.08 for most states, and if you're even coming close to that, that's pretty risky. So don't do that, and don't. Oh, another one. So what was the next can of worms that opened up, Team Mango?
That can, I think, was the money can.
Oh, look at these money cans. It's a little bigger than mine.
Yeah.
But how do we fund the travels? All right, maybe we'll just, I mean, it's a case-by-case scenario, but like, for instance, what time is it? It is 4 p.m. How much money have I spent? $4 today.
On what?
Ironic. Raw milk, and I tried to get it for free, but it wouldn't work out because the boss wasn't there to do a barter. So I just paid $4 for a quarter of raw milk. Other than that, that's the only money I spent today, which is kind of a good segue of how we don't spend much money. We're not as big as spending and making money as we are about finding ways not to spend money.
Yes. And today I've spent $2 actually, which was on a donut.
Oh, but what about that big pot of coffee we had earlier?
We got that for free because actually this is fairly new to us. We've been including these businesses and their services into our vlogs in exchange for the meals. You know, they get a lot of publicity when they go on our vlogs, if you will.
But not just any company. We like to support companies that we believe in.
Yeah, and people that we think that you would find cool. So I'm pretty much living a cop's dream right now, coffee and donut, but this is not just any coffee. You saw the coffee that was brewed.
The steam is actually going to be pushing up against here. It's going to cause pressure. So it's going to actually push the water down and up into the tube that's sitting in the lower chamber, up to the top chamber. Freshly roasted coffee has a lot of gases in it, so right now what we're doing is letting the coffee bloom, which is essentially degassing it, letting the gases kind of expand in the bed there, and also help separating the oils a bit more from the solids.
And this donut was rated by the Food Network as the tastiest donut. And it's also organic and vegan.
Whoa, vegan donut.
Yeah.
The funny thing was he was telling us that when he tells people it's the all organic vegan donut, they're like, but if he tells them it was rated #1 by the Food Network, they're like, I'll try that. So he usually tells them that first, and then drops that vegan news on them. You're vegan, Timothy.
I'm a cop.
How long have you been vegan for?
Huh?
How long have you been vegan for?
Since this experience, for about 25 minutes or so.
He's been a vegan for 25 minutes.
Sign me up for the fruit festival next year.
Or just people that just steal stuff for free.
Or people that just steal stuff for free.
That's much less likely.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Yeah, no, and so we appreciate that. I mean, that's awesome. You know?
So that's just one way. We don't spend a lot of money. Like what people generally spend a lot of money on: food, drinks. Okay, hotels. Whew. When's the last time? We've been on the road for about a month and a half, maybe. I would guess about 40 to 50 days.
Yeah.
How many hotels have you paid for, Timothy?
I think we split one hotel. I think one hotel we split the cost of.
And that was the night before our retreat, which brings me to the next point.
Yeah.
How are we're actually getting paid to do these trips in a way.
Yeah.
Not a boatload. I think this last retreat we made about, I mean, we're trying to be honest here, we made about $750 each, I think. But I haven't looked at it exactly, but I think that's what it came out to.
Yeah, and that's avoiding a lot of cost.
What kind of cost did you avoid with that one?
First of all, we got a huge discount on the house because we made a video in exchange for the stay.
Great house.
And that was a huge discount. We're talking about big. That house was awesome. And the owner was awesome. Russ, what's up?
And by the four of us, I mean Perzan. And this is another little segue. We'll go back to the finances in a second, but I think we're running a retreat in the New York City area in the last weekend of this month. It's going to be last second, but we're going to try to hit that when the leaves are turning, and we might even do a road trip after the retreat. This is all maybes, but they're pretty big maybes. I think it might happen. We're pretty impulsive, and I'm feeling that impulse, like doo, 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 doo.
Yeah. What was the quote you just posted on our Facebook?
And please don't be checking Facebook statuses and get an accident. You know how embarrassing that would be? Can you imagine being like, yeah, I got an accident when I was just browsing through Facebook statuses, or someone poked me and I was just trying to see who it was, or I was watching a RawBrahs video while I was driving? No. Not acceptable. Dry roasted.
About from Albert Einstein? Nothing gets done until something moves, or nothing happens until something moves. And for all of you that are thinking about trying to start out on a next like business venture or whatever, you remember that nothing happens until something moves. So just get started. Just do it. Just do it. Mess up. It's all good. I would say before every retreat that we've planned, we've all hesitated and doubted the success of the retreats, but every one of them have been so incredible.
Yeah, I think one of our inspirations, Tim Ferriss, is a big believer in not being perfectionists. That perfectionists never make a move. And you know, you guys, you'll hit some stumbling blocks, but you turn those into stepping stones. Big believers in instead of always asking permission, we apologize. That's why we like the dog vlog. You don't even have to get release papers from those doggies. I'm skeptical about this one. Are you worthy of a dog vlog? Are you? Are you worthy?
Pink back shot.
Oh, another one. Have like when people are behind you and you're trying to lead them. Having someone behind you and you're trying to lead the way for them, like someone following you, or you front following someone, is apparently really dangerous too. And I can see why when you're always like looking back, like, oh, they missed the exit. Ugh. So just give that person behind you separate directions, and y'all go your own way. It's kind of, you can drive with someone, but don't be so worried about them that you forget about yourself. It's just like life, and just like the road. You got to take care of yourself, and that way you'll take care of others. Let your cup runneth over. So if you find those tips useful, share this video. It might save someone's life. Yeah, boy. And what gives the RawBrahs that kind of credibility to give this advice? We've driven a lot over multiple countries, multiple times, and we're still young and we're still learning, but that's kind of insights we've gained. We used to get paid to drive for different promotional tours indirectly. We would drive big vehicles, whether we were towing a little bitty Airstream across the country, or big Mercedes box trucks, or you name it. I used to drive a Vesuvius mobile DJ truck for the Truth campaign, and that was a juggernaut, baby. You don't want to be around me on that thing. I've been there. Who was that, and from what video was I impersonating? Name the game.
You know, a great solid breakfast, and then a nice good-sized lunch, and a smaller meal in the evening for dinner. You should be set and ready to go.
And what about coffee? A lot of people like coffee. Do you drink coffee?
When I'm desperate for some energy.
I guess we're always desperate for energy. Cool, thanks. A lot of times coffee connoisseurs, they talk about the flavorful notes, like the fruity, caramel, chocolatey, pomegranate notes, and sometimes I think they're full of crap. But actually, it's undeniable. The fruit bursting from this cup of coffee is crazy.
That's probably, I made 3 today.
Uh-huh.
The 4th one, I believe. This one's my favorite.
Nice.
I like that.
Why they have to depend on who you're making it for. Alright guys, you know we like to talk about our bathroom behavior every once in a while, and I think crap. And when I have to poop, I like to go poop. There's nothing worse than holding crap in, and yes, that's a metaphor as well. Actually, another great reason why I like drinking coffee. Woo! Put the Metamucil down and pick up that fresh roasted, freshly brewed, black, organic, fair trade, single origin espresso blend.
I'm like burping up fruit. It's crazy. About the hotel thing, you know, you just brought that to my attention. We've been on the road for like 4 to 5 weeks. I'm not sure exactly how much. And we paid for 1 hotel. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm going to give myself a round of applause.
Don't forget about our 6-week tour once we did 0 hotels.
That was epic.
And that was with 4 people too.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot more fun. I mean, that one hotel, we was the night before our retreat, and we wanted to get a good night rest. And you know we used Priceline to cut that price down a lot, even for that one hotel. And, but the thing is about getting hotels, you can get them really good deals, but I'd personally rather not. It takes the adventure out.
No.
You meet less people, you have less fun interactions. When you get to go into someone's home and people take you in and host you, you learn a lot about how their lives are, and you can relate to them and empathize with them and kind of learn from each other, and it's always an awesome experience, and we like to thank all of our hosts.
Yes. Welcome to Yeti, Youth Experiential Training Institute. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Good.
It's good to see you. You look about a year older than last time we saw you.
Yeah, because now I'm 7.
That's right.
Oh, so that girl was actually a girlfriend.
Be involved in so
Look
distinct.
at that area.
Get your muscles up.
Okay.
There's a town called San Isidro
Bowling ball!
where it's much cooler. And it's like an escape from the heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where is it you guys stayed? What city?
Look at that, guys.
Well,
We got some competition
We've been
here.
up
The
and
real
down the
RawBrahs
West
were on
Coast,
their
like
way.
Pacific Coast,
Bam.
the Caribbean, and
RawBrah in the house. Dang.
Get ready.
How old are you, Jake?
7.
Oh, man.
American Ninja Warrior. Get ready for this guy. You should see him on the playground.
She just came up with $1 million idea. What is it called?
Huh?
Karate Pilates?
No, I found that off of a show.
Hey, well, just own it. It's all yours.
I don't.
So we want to show you who's responsible for these lovely lads. There you go, lovely lads. This is a good way to put it. We got the Sesslers. Jared. Hey, Jared. He's these guys are preparing what looks to be like an epically quick dinner for us. And then we got Nikki over here.
Yeah.
Making some
What?
kale chips.
Oh, nice, some kale chips. And Nikki's doing her first triathlon tomorrow. It's a sprint triathlon. So let's all wish her some luck.
That's right.
But the Sesslers are awesome. We've been here. We were here about a year ago, so everyone's a year younger, and just doing really well. It's good to see these guys.
It's always an awesome experience, and we like to thank all of our hosts.
Yes.
I mean, it's been amazing, and I think it's kind of a mutually beneficial thing. They get a lot of inspiration or whatever, motivation. We get letters all the time. For instance, I was just reading this one. You guys may have fun and joke, but you really changed my life. Watching your videos, I learn and I laugh. Then I apply what I learned to my life. I have been trying to change my body for years with no results, but now, over the course of a few weeks, they are finally taking place with what I learned from you guys. So keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully you come to Long Island one day. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
And I'll tell you what, if we haven't been receiving so much love from all the people we've been staying with, from you guys on YouTube, then I don't think we'd be doing these daily vlogs. So that in itself has been some fuel for our desire.
Just know that your inspiration is ours.
Yeah.
Speaking of, there was a few guys that wanted a couple shout outs. Our RawBrahs out there. What are these guys' names?
Sam Belafontaine, dude. Tell me how to pronounce your name.
Is it Boniface or Belafontaine?
Something
dude?
like that. What's your name, sir? Down in South Florida, Karate Kid, we like to call him.
And then there's that Chad Heath Combs.
Chad Heath Combs, our chef, health guru. He's in the military. What's up, man? How you doing?
All right, guys. Back.
Hello there.
We got one that's ready to be on camera, and we're at Pike's place here, and she just said that they have better peaches than we do from Georgia.
The world's best peaches.
And I agree with
That's
that.
correct. You're gonna have to come here and give them a whirl because they really are the best. Best ever.
I can't believe Georgia's the peach state. If anything, we should be the watermelon state, which we definitely have on Washington. Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
But she says, this is the best city in the world? This is where you're from?
Okay, not only is this the greatest city in the whole entire world, but you're actually at the happiest corner in the whole entire universe. Some people think that it's Disneyland, but really.
So you cut it. Will you cut it for me in half? Not big. Not like a trick. Just cut it in half for me. Yes.
No, I think he just wants
Oh wow, that's dangerous. Here we go. Can I borrow that knife? I just want to cut myself. I just need someone to cut my nose.
Why are you cutting it that way?
See, we eat fruit. We do. We really do. This is an organic melon.
melons and milk. That's my next meal.
Never trust a nervous girl with a knife. RawBrah tip.
But ever since I stopped wearing shoes, I'm still adjusting to not running my feet into everything. And if you watched a few days ago the vlog where I cut my foot open, maybe like a week ago, my wound is still healing. And anybody know tricks to heal wounds on your feet? It seems like they're very prone to bacteria or dirt when you're walking around. I'm gonna try some raw milk this time, but if you have any ideas, if you have any ideas, let me know. That's the latest one. And then I even had a friend, Joel, from Phoenix, that he texted me. I don't know if I've replied yet, but he was desperately looking for help how to reintroduce animal products into his diet. He's been experimenting with a vegan diet. It's apparently not working out for him, but he didn't know who else to come to, so maybe we can just quickly tackle this. I think we have over and over, but maybe over this little video blog would be a good way to do it. For me, it's kind of ranged for all of us, but for me, I thought the quality meats did the best, and I buy, like, for fish, like some free for fish I would say some though, like a wild salmon, a wild Alaskan salmon that was the first thing I ever introduced, and I definitely felt it. And then I kind of transitioned to even more of some of the red meats, especially the wild meats and bison, and even some 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef or cow, whatever you want to call it. Those were the ways I went, and I paired those with green juices, and I ate them very rare. I ate them with my bare hands, and I shred them with my teeth. I thought we said this a while ago, but
yeah, you know, whether you're a vegan, whether you're a carnivore strictly, herbivore, whatever label that you put yourself under, please, if you are experiencing some health issues or some health opportunities, as we like to call them, don't hesitate to experiment with other foods. And despite, you know, and trying to keep a label, just experiment with some other foods. Start incorporating some stuff and see what it does to you.
It's not falling off the bandwagon. It's you jumping off with joy. This is a health opportunity, like how Team Mango put that. And basically, this is a way to take your health to the next level.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. It's that, like I said, stumbling block, stepping stone.
Yep. The curious cat that got killed only found out he had 9 lives when he died. Okay, so experiment, go out there, live on a limb. That's where all the fruit is, baby.
And be your own experiment. The best data you'll ever get will be received by your own experience. When you can finally tap into your intuitive wisdom. You can read books from amazing people and amazing authors and watch amazing documentaries and find out what worked for other people, but you'll really never find out what works for yourself until you experiment with that. And that's been a huge thing for the RawBrahs, because even we do the diet thing, that seems to be a big topic. When we started changing our diets, I reacted a lot different than Nathaniel reacted. And Nathaniel comes from the same bloodline, he comes from a very similar background, same household. How can I put my lifestyle on someone else that lives in Poland or Alaska or the North Pole? I mean, come on guys, we're Africa. We come from I know the whole idea about Asian elephants eat the same thing as African elephants, but I think humans are a little more complex than elephants.
Yeah, that's why we really look up to guys like Paul Chek. You know, he's a real experimentalist, and amongst a ton of other people. Yeah.
Do Asian elephants do the same things as African elephants? I don't even know if they do.
Speaking of Asian elephants, we got off topic here, which is really on topic, because who's to say that we should have some kind of consistency to what we're talking about, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, money. Yeah, we went to Alaska as well. Right now is a beautiful time. Can you smile? Can you breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth and vice versa? Can you walk? Can you run? Can you jump? Can you think clearly? Can you come up with solutions or come up even with questions? The possibilities are endless. Wow. Life is an endless sea of possibilities. You can do whatever you like. Every moment we can choose to do so many different things. The potential we have are just unbelievable. It's
almost like a chocolate lab or something.
No,
He is.
Yeah.
This is the dog blog.
He looks like a French roast color.
He is a chocolate lab.
With some caramel nodes.
Maybe
Maybe
press.
Ernie,
maybe there's some boysenberry undertones.
I'm gonna.
We don't make much money at all. We just don't spend it. I don't know if I don't know which is more extreme, the amount of money that we don't spend or the amount of money that we make.
Yeah, and I'm probably hovering right around flatline, but thanks to my brother over here who did not go to college, I have a black hole in my bank account known as college loans. I am able to borrow and pay him back.
Yeah, I don't have any expenses, and I would shock you guys if I really listed out all the expenses that I don't have. But yeah, I saved up some money from high school. I've had a little job. I've invested in some stocks recently, which are paying off thanks to my dad. He had a good, good call there. You're on the vlog right now. My dad doesn't agree with our bathroom habits, vlogging about our bathroom habits. I'm just laughing with him.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, you know, your toilet habits should be...
One more thing about the money, if you have we mentioned the idea of having a retreat in the Tri-City area, New York area, by the end of this month. Do you have a place where we can run the retreat at? Or do you want to come on the retreat? Or do you have any suggestions for it? Send we're doing a full circle here. We're going to read the comments probably, so make a comment, hit us up at RawBrahs@gmail.com. We'd love to have you. We might, yeah, it's time to refill that bank account where mine's flatlining.
I'm really cracking myself up here, just thinking about how all the expenses that I don't have. Once again, just showing you what we eat, food vlog, little avocado, the other half is, and I just had a bite of chocolate. Eat that.
You guys really like to eat food.
This is what happens. A real quick minute here. You just whip that real fast.
Jake!
Sorry.
Oh, Jake. That was
Jake.
apparently not right.
Jake's a naughty, naughty boy.
Awesome. Thanks.
But we do need to make some. You know, we want to keep the rubbers on the road. Keep the movement moving, because with the Einstein quote comes along Paul Reese's energy is infinite.
Yeah, we kind of believe what Perzan says. If we keep creating value, you know, if the money comes, it's great. If it doesn't come, then that's great too. We're creating value.
And also, this is another little philosophy of how we kind of think that economics is going or shifting to these days, is that I no longer think that those dirty papers are what's valuable, but what's more valuable is having people listen to you, and people follow you, or people believe in you, and that's why I think this YouTube channel and Facebook page are so valuable, because that's what it's coming down to, because information is spread so easily and so fast that information is the new dollar bill, and we're trying to give you the best of the best information. We're happy to have a lot of awesome people listening to us, but don't take our word for it. I actually don't really suggest you do anything I say.
You know, I'm still just laughing now that thinking of all the expenses I don't have.
You're still laughing at that.
I'm still laughing. And, you know, I really don't want to go on about it right now because this video is getting kind of long. But if you stay tuned with us, I will continue to teach you more about T-Money's tricks. So just kind of keep tuned. I think there could be a whole website / program / entity run off the ways we hack life itself.
Ways we live like a king on a pauper's wages.
Exactly.
I borrowed that from my boy Tim. Do you watch the videos anymore, man? Where are you?
But yeah, I mean, I would probably say that myself is probably one of the best talents that I have. It's not spending money.
Wow, this video really gave Timothy that boost of confidence he was lacking yesterday.
No, I'm not lacking confidence yesterday.
I'm just trying to poke on him on the camera. I know people seem to like the disputes.
Dan saw me actually gaining confidence, and that in itself made him a little insecure.
Back down.
It made him a little insecure, so now he's trying to pull me back down into that insecure world. Hey,
maybe that's a little true, but the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, we love each other, and I would never want to anchor this guy. You gotta stay away from those anchors. When you find those black holes, you avoid them.
Don't, like you said earlier, don't take anything that we say or anybody else says about you too seriously.
Especially me.
Because it's all BS. You determine how you feel about yourself.
Magic fingers, why so serious?
Magic fingers.
Why so serious?
You broke up a little bit. Say that one more time.
I'm saying that if you have to use the weight for your toilet habits, why would you brag about it? Why would you tell everybody about it?
Well, I just want people to start thinking outside the box, you know. I know, and I'm kind of curious, you know, like how are we supposed to use how were we supposed to eliminate, like when we were back in the primal days without toilets? Like, are toilets actually helping or hurting our environment? It's a good question with all those chemicals they put in there.
Baseball.
Oh, we got it.